Hi there, it's Jennifer, and I'm here today to do a really old tag. It's the TMI tag. You've probably been seeing it for months on YouTube. I was watching a channel of Beth Smith. She's got a channel called Gloss Galore. I'll link her channel below. She had just done this tag a couple of days ago and said that she was quite possibly the last person on YouTube to do the tag. But I think now I am the last person on YouTube to do this tag. It's really old. I just never got tagged for it. And Beth said if you haven't done the tag, then she would tag anybody who wanted to do it. Consider yourself tagged. So I'm tagged. Okay, so there are a lot of questions on this list, and I will try not to take too much time, but I'm sure I'll get a little long-winded in places. So here we go. Okay, so it says, "What are you wearing?" This is nothing special. I don't even know who it's from. It's just a shirt I got from Kohl's. Has little silver grommet sort of things on it that look sparkly. I'm also wearing a pair of bootcut jeans, Lee, I think. And my shoes are kind of a boot, mule, whatever. This is by Born. So my shoes, that's what I'm wearing. Ugh. Okay. All right, have you ever been in love? Absolutely. I didn't get married till I was 32. So definitely dated quite a few people and had a few great loves, but all pale in comparison to my husband of almost 19 years. Okay, have you ever had a terrible breakup? I think all breakups are terrible. But have I ever had one that was super awful, bawling, begging, throwing things? No, I have never had a breakup like that before. Okay, how tall are you? 5'7". How much do you weigh? I'm not saying. More than I want to weigh, but I'm working on it. Okay, do you have any tattoos? The answer to that is no, and I won't get a tattoo. My husband has several tattoos, and when we got married, he said, someday you'll get a tattoo. I'll wear off on you. You'll get a tattoo someday. And I said, sweetie, one lifetime commitment is enough for me, and you're it. So yeah, I just can't imagine having one thing that I would never change, that I would never switch out for something else. It's just too permanent. So, okay, piercings. Yes, I have 4. I have 1 hole in this ear, and I have 3 in this ear. That's it. I always liked the idea of a belly button piercing, but when those started to come in style, I didn't have a stomach I wanted to show anymore. So, okay. OTP, I didn't even know what that meant, and I looked it up, and apparently it's like one true pairing. So I guess like which characters from a movie or books or whatever would make a really good pair. I have no idea. So, okay, favorite show. I don't know that I can limit it to one favorite show. I was never on the Downton Abbey bandwagon until recently, and I decided to watch an episode to see what the hype was, and kind of got sucked in. Watched all 5 seasons in like a month. So yeah, so I like that show. My husband and I have several shows we watch. Alaska, The Last Frontier, Once Upon a Time, Dual Survival. I also love MasterChef Junior. Those children are so cute and so talented with cooking at such a young age, and they're encouraging, and boy, adults can just take a clue from the kindness of children, I think. Oh, there's Mary coming down the stairs. Okay, let's see, favorite bands. My current favorite band is Lady Antebellum. My all-time favorite band is Fleetwood Mac. Something you miss. Well, I had 2 old cats who died 2 summers ago. Steve was 15 and fighting a losing battle with kidney failure. Oh, sorry for the noise outside. It's trash pickup day. And Joe was 5 months away from being 21 years old, and he had a mass in his chest that was pushing on his trachea and making it hard for him to breathe. So I had both of them put down on the same day. It was horrible. I miss them. So, okay. Favorite song? I don't currently have one. How old are you? I'm 51. Zodiac sign? I'm not really into zodiac stuff, but my birthday's in November, so I guess I'm a Scorpio. Quality you look for in a partner. Well, I should just describe my husband because I just think he's amazing. Someone who is, well, somebody who shares the same belief system I do. I'm Christian. My husband's a really solid Christian guy. Someone who's just kind and honest and sees me as a friend and an equal. And fun. And also, I tend to like guys who are a little edgy. Yeah, that sort of give people the wrong impression. I love that kind of thing. For example, my husband, who is just sweet and cute, he is, he has tattoos and earrings. He is a drummer. He likes to hunt, but he's an artist, and he's just a real solid, kind, strong Christian guy. But people look at him and at first glance, they don't necessarily think that's what he's going to be like. So, okay, favorite quote. I don't know that I'm going to have anything profound here to say. Well, I can think of like a verse from the Bible. My favorite Bible verse is Ephesians 3:20. Glory be to him whose power working in us can do infinitely more than we can ask or imagine. Love that verse. But as far as quotes go, well, I can think my all-time favorite movie, The Princess Bride. I can quote numerous things from that movie. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Whatever. There's a whole bunch of those. I love that movie. Okay, let's see. Favorite actor or actress. I don't know that I have one favorite. I like Hugh Jackman and Hugh Grant, John Cusack, Nicolas Cage. I'm naming only guys. I like Sandra Bullock, but she plays the same character pretty much in every movie. I mean, the character may have a different name and job or whatever, but she acts the same in every movie. I still like her movies though. Okay, favorite color, purple. I don't look so great in purple, but it's my favorite color. And loud music or soft, it really depends on the song. Where do you go when you're sad? I don't know that I really go any place special when I'm sad, just away from people. I don't want to be around someone and be sad. How long does it take you to shower? Probably 10 minutes. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It depends on whether or not I have to wash my hair. If I don't have to wash my hair, maybe 20 minutes. If I do have to wash my hair, maybe 45. Okay. Ever been in a physical fight? Yes. Actually, I have a brother who's 5 years older than me who used to torture me as a kid. Just torture me. Every time my mom left the house, he would that was his cue to go in and start like smacking me or teasing me or taking something away from me or whatever. And I just could not back down to that kind of bullying. And so I have punched him on numerous occasions, and he would just laugh. It was awful. We have a good relationship now, but it wasn't so good. And one time he was bugging me about who I was talking to on the phone, and I just wouldn't tell him. And so then he started, I don't know if he's hitting me or whatever, but I ran after him, and he ran into my parents' bedroom, jumped on his back on the bed with his feet up in the air, and he kicked when I punched at the same time, and this finger broke and dislocated in the same place, was laying across my hand. I remember looking at it and just going, ah! But there was justice because my parents made him pay the doctor bill. But have I been in a physical fight other than with my brother when I was a kid? No. Okay, turn on. I suppose a turn on for me is a guy that is like a strong, solid guy who's got a real tender side. Turn off, arrogance. The reason you joined YouTube, well, I started with a different channel that I still have called My Flagstaff Home. I will link that below. Don't go too far back in my videos because I was terrible at the beginning. But then I got into watching these like beauty videos and different things, and found some older women on YouTube, and it took me a long time to even locate any older women on YouTube, and I just thought, well, there aren't really a lot. I mean, there are quite a few, but there aren't just, you know, thousands like there are younger girls, and so I thought I would kind of add my voice to the mix. You know, I like to talk to people and share what I think about things, so yeah. Okay, fears. I don't have a whole lot of fears. I'm not afraid of heights or, but I used to say, when somebody would say, what's your biggest fear? I would say haunted houses, but that actually is connected to my bigger fear. Really, my greatest fear is not knowing. I feel like I can handle things when I know what I'm looking at. So if, like last summer, there was a huge fire about 15 miles away from my house. I live in a forested area, and it was horrible not knowing if they were going to get a line where they'd stop the fire, or if we were going to have to evacuate our home. And that if I knew, if it had come to the point where they said, you're going to have to get out, then you make a plan, you know, you just do it. So I guess it just shows that I'm kind of a control freak. If I don't know what's coming, yeah, that's fearful for me. If somebody is sick and you're waiting for test results, that not knowing is agonizing to me. Once you know, you can face it. So that, I think, is why I used to say haunted houses, because you walk into a haunted house and it's a whole thing that you're putting yourself into on purpose of not knowing who's going to jump out and scare you. Okay, not knowing. Last thing that made you cry. I had a friend who hurt my feelings a few weeks ago. I got kind of teary about that. But my last big boo-hoo, I don't cry a lot, but my last big boo-hoo was probably just a couple months ago. My dad has Parkinson's disease, and he's kind of spiraling down with his health, and yeah, I just kind of broke down because it's hard to watch, you know. Anyway, okay. Last time you said you love someone, well, that would have been this morning when I said goodbye to my husband. And meaning behind your YouTube name. Well, it's BusyBeingJen. My mom and I were trying to come up with a catchy name for my YouTube channel, trying to capture the essence of the channel, which has so many different topics. It was hard to capture an essence of the channel. And I had just said to her, it's just about me, you know, being busy and all the things I like to do. And so that's how we kind of came up with just BusyBeingJen. Last book you read. The last book I read was called Calling Me Home. I think it's Julie Kibler. Really good book. If you liked The Help, this one is kind of in the same, it's definitely different, but kind of in the same vein as that. Okay, book you're currently reading. I'm actually reading a book that my husband has been wanting me to read. He loves Joe Abercrombie books, and they're sort of in this, well, this particular series is kind of in the same vein as Game of Thrones, or, you know, that kind of medieval time, except it's young adult fiction, so it's minus all the really graphic stuff. And so anyway, this one's called Half a King, and he's been asking me to read it for a while. It's not really the genre that I typically read, but I'm enjoying it so far. All right, last show you watched. Okay, last night I watched American Ninja Warrior. We actually have a friend who competed in American Ninja Warrior. The new season isn't going to start until May, so we have to wait until May to start it. But I was setting the series to record and watched an episode of that last night. Last person you talked to, my dad. He is hanging out with me today, so yeah, he was the last one I talked to. Relationship between you and the last person you texted. Oh, I don't have my phone right here, but I just got a text. I got a text from my friend Bree, who just had a baby, and her husband works with my husband, and we've become friends. And 2 days ago, she had a baby, and so she was sending a picture and telling me about him. So he's beautiful, most beautiful newborn I've ever seen. Okay, favorite food, hands down, pasta, and pretty much any kind of pasta. I suppose if you put licorice in pasta, I wouldn't like it. But yeah, I'm just kind of a starchaholic and or a pasta-aholic. Yeah, pasta. Okay, place you want to visit. I've always wanted to go to Australia. My husband and I really want to do a little cruise of the Greek islands and kind of Mediterranean area. Never been to Europe. Well, I stayed a night in London. We had a plane issue when I was coming back from. I went to Finland and came back and stayed a night in London when we had a bad plane. But yeah, I've never visited Italy or the UK or any of those places. So that would be cool to do sometime. All right, last place you were. I don't know what that means. Upstairs, in my bedroom. If it means like last place I visited, that would be Florida, Clearwater, Florida. I went to see my brother a couple weeks ago. Do you have a crush? No. I mean, I love my husband. I think we're way past calling it a crush. Okay, last time you kissed someone, that would be my husband this morning before he went to work. Last time you were insulted. Well, I don't get insulted very easily, but I had a friend who hurt my feelings not too long ago, and that was difficult. I'm not sure I would say that. Maybe I felt insulted. I don't know. It's better now. It's better now. I just don't have a lot of conflict with friends. I don't get insulted easily. I just don't get offended easily. I think it was just because it was a friend. Okay, favorite kind of sweet. Definitely chocolate, although I'm not a huge sweets person. I don't feel the need to have sugar all the time. I'm more of a pasta person. That would be my big weakness. But I would say that it's chocolate, and the only flavor that would trump chocolate for me would be cheesecake, and even better if they're both combined. All right, what instrument do you play? I play the guitar. I have 3 of them. I don't play as much as I want to or should, but I've been playing the guitar since I was 13, and I played flute when I was a little kid. I don't know how to play the flute now. Favorite piece of jewelry? Well, I have this one necklace. I'm not wearing any necklace right now. I have this one necklace my husband gave me. You may have seen it in some of my other videos. It's a Twilight Mystic Topaz. It's kind of pink and peach and clear, and it's all these really neat colors. It's kind of shiny gold though, and other than that necklace, I love to wear like rustic metal kinds of things, copper, silver, bronze, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that probably, my husband gave me that, and it's special to me. Okay, last sport you played. Does walking count? I mean, I'm a long distance walker. I'm training to do a full marathon walking next January, and I'm going to start a series on that, by the way. I guess that would be it, because otherwise I don't really play sports. I was a softball player for a long time. Okay, last song you sang. I've had a song stuck in my head since I was in a doctor's office yesterday. It's a Taylor Swift song. It's driving me crazy. I don't even like it, and it's just stuck in my head. So I suppose you could say that I've been singing it in my head. Favorite chat-up line, which I suppose is a pickup line. I've been out of the game for so long, being married to my husband for almost 19 years. don't even know what chat up lines are anymore, really. I will say though, there was one really funny line. It wasn't funny at the time. I was just shocked by it. And I had just, this is so crazy. I had just moved to North Carolina. Literally, like I had only been there 2 days. And I stopped at a gas station, and when I was coming out to my car, there was this big old country guy. No, I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but he says to me, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I ask for directions?" And I said, "Oh, I just moved here 2 days ago. I'm not going to be able to help you." And he said, "Well, that's okay. I just want directions on how to get into your drawers." And I was so shocked. I mean, later I thought of a zillion comeback lines for that, but I was so shocked by it that I just got in my car and drove away. And now I just think it's hilarious that I mean, does that line really work on people? So anyway, that was the most memorable pickup line I've ever heard. Have I ever used it? Absolutely not. Okay, last time you hung out with someone. Well, the last time I hung out with someone was, well, yeah, I had lunch with my dad last week, so I would say him, and then that's it. Who else should do this tag? Well, if you haven't done this tag, if you haven't been tagged or considered yourself tagged, consider yourself tagged, because it really is an old tag, but it's kind of a fun one to do. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you again on BusyBeingJen. If you're not subscribed to my channel, just hit that little button right there. YouTube will let you know when I upload new videos. And so hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.